Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Do something a little different today. Going on in the woods. We're just going to do a little bit of bushcrafting. Going to build a little shelter and debris shelter, I guess, a little lean-to. And I'm going to cook up some food, have a little fire, and just have a good time. Just me out in the woods. So if you like that kind of thing, stick around. I'm out here, the spot I did the tarp and twig stove video, out by the lake. You can see it's all frozen over. Beauteous. It's about 20 degrees now, just to get up into the mid-30s, which is nice. I'm going to do a lot of rambling on today. Something I really don't do that much, but I want to talk about a lot of things. One thing that a lot of us do, myself especially included, is over time you tend to get a little too reliant on luxury gear and that kind of stuff. It's definitely a gear addiction thing. There's so many new products and new gadgets and you get caught up in it after a while, and you kind of forget about, what's important and what you really need, So I'm just going to try to simplify things and use very inexpensive, very common gear, just to show that you don't need fancy stuff. You don't need to spend a lot of money to be a successful outdoorsman. Whether it be a hiker, bushcrafter, anything. I do all kinds of stuff. I mean, we hike a lot, we do a lot of bushcraft, do a lot of fishing, boating, kayaking, power boating, everything. But a lot of camping. And throughout my life, I've accumulated a lot of gear. But I kind of want to just take a step back, and dig out some of the old gear that I haven't used in years, and so that's what I'm going to do. As you can see today, I'm simple. I have a old tactical backpack that I got from like an Army Navy surplus store that I think was like $20, no kidding. I'm just wearing a sweatshirt, some jeans, some old boots, some old like Sorel style boots, some cheap gaiters. These are Yukon Charlies. That I got at like a secondhand discount sporting goods store for like $15. I'm wearing double thermals underlayers from Walmart. Everything I brought today is very inexpensive, easily available, and we're gonna make it work. So enough rambling for now. I think I found a spot, and I'm going to stop and try to build a little shelter. There's plenty of dead standing here that I can use to make a little lean-to. What I'm going to do is go between these two trees right here and just put a ridge pole up and grab a bunch of brush and stick it on the back and kind of block in the sides, and I'll clean the snow wall out, kind of make a berm around the front to shelter from the wind. The only tools I brought today are my Mora Bushcraft Black. Mora makes some of the greatest knives around, and they're super inexpensive. I had a Mora companion for years, and treated me well. I got it for like $12 at the surplus store. I handed it down to Fitchick, and she still uses it. This is a black, which is a little bit more expensive. It's just a coated carbon steel knife. And this one comes with the survival extension on it, which has a fire steel, which I've used a million times, which I'm probably going to use today to get the fire going. So I'm going to use that, and a rope saw that I also got from the Army barracks, and I think it's under $5, and it's a great tool. It cuts wood really well. It's just basically like a chainsaw blade with a handle on both sides. Yeah, very crude chainsaw blade, but it rips right through wood, especially like this is a pine forest, so stuff's going to cut through like nothing. So that's it. That's all I got. So I'm going to cut up some wood and get the shelter built. Okay, first I'm going to get a ridgepole cut. Cut off here somewhere. Okay. Probably could have broke that. But here's my ridgepole. Okay, as you can see, I just wedged it on top of that branch. On top of that branch. And that's something that I was looking for when I was looking for a spot. Something with some kind of bigger branches down low. So that's what it looks like. I think I have enough room to sit under here. Yeah, for sure. Alright, I found some nice straight, small pine saplings that go from like 3-4 inches down to nothing. I cut a piece about 6 feet long. And that's pretty much what I'm looking for right there. I don't want it to be too deep. So that looks pretty good. So I'm going to use that as a measuring stick. Go back and cut a bunch more. And be good to go. Some boughs. I don't see many boughs around here. There's a couple, but I'll just put a bunch of brush on the back. I mean, I don't really need any shelter today. The weather's good, and there's not too much wind, but for fun. I just finished building my little shelter, and I grabbed some firewood and stuff. I'll let you take a look. It's just basically something really simple. It took me about less than an hour to put this little lean-to up. It's basically just kind of a blind and a windbreak. Just a cozy little spot to hang out for the day. So you can check it out. It took me about an hour to do the whole thing and cut up some firewood. So really easy. So you can check it out. And it's pretty steep. It's just so I can sit in there. I got a little fire lay. I started collecting some fire materials and batoning up some wood with my knife. And yeah, I just kind of put the snow around to block the fire, and it's a cozy little spot. I did go down the hill and find some hardwood, so it'll burn a little bit cleaner, a little bit hotter. So it was kind of hard to cut with that saw, but I made it. Almost too big. Well, you can see I got all my fire materials ready. I have a little sit pad. I have all my little kindling on there. I have all my wood split up. I have my little grill grate stand set up that I made. I'm going to dig out the food. Get everything kind of ready before I start the fire. Today we're having smokehouse bacon parmesan pasta and some hickory smoked spam. So I'm going to slice up the spam, put it on the grill grate, and kind of grill that up while I'm going to melt some snow to get water for the pasta. Again, no money. These are like 87 cents. And the spam was like $1.99 or something. So you got under $3 meal. I brought a little bit of spice and a little bit of butter. My pot is just, I'm gonna melt snow, so I brought kind of a big pot. It's something I got at Walmart like years ago. It came in like a set. Very inexpensive. It's just a stainless steel pot with a lid. I've used it on the fire many times. I always try to clean my stuff after to try to get some of the black stuff off, but it's got little folding handles on it and stuff. I'm just going to fill that up with some clean snow and we'll melt that. I also brought some tea and my kuksa. So I have my spalted beech kuksa I got. Really awesome. Fitchik got it for me for Christmas, actually. So I'm going to make some tea. I'm going to melt a bunch of snow, make a cup of tea, and use the rest of the water to make the pasta. And I'll grill the spam, cut that up, throw that right in with the pasta, and we'll have a meal. I broke up some birch bark and made some little feather sticks and stuff. I'm just going to try to use a fire steel, scratch up this birch bark, and get this fire going. Alright, I'm going to get this going. I already filled a pot full of snow, packed it in there as tight as I could. And I'll bring you back in a couple. Fire's going good. It's nice and warm. I'm going to get my little grill grate on. Again, something inexpensive. This is a Expedition Research grate. Pretty much the same as like what Joe Robinette uses and stuff. You get them on eBay for like $12. They work really good. They're compact. They come in a little package like this. And I actually keep my twig stove in here and a little GSI cutting board and the little stand legs that I made for it. And I can make the fire a little bit bigger. Get my pot out of the way. Alright, we're doing good. The snow's all melted. There's plenty of water in there. A little bit of debris. Not too bad. I'm going to get the spam opened up. Start throwing that on the grill. Now how this is going to go. Let's give it a shot. I think I'm going to use my little cutting board. It's a little GSI cutting board. You can get it, you know, a lot of like REI and that kind of stuff. Very inexpensive. Again, here she goes. Look at that, boys and girls. Just gonna make some thick slices. Throw these on here and see what happens. Alright, our water's boiling up, so I'm going to make some tea. I just got a little tea bag here, and I'll put some in my kuksa. Throw in a little bit of butter. A couple tablespoons of butter. Toss that in there. Alright, just gotta boil that for a few minutes until it's tender, and then I'll cut up the Spam, throw it in there, and we'll eat. Just put some of the Spam in there and cut up the rest. Really good. In there. It's time to take it off the heat. Here she is. It's not a Canteen Cup Tuesday, but cooking pot Wednesday, I guess. Little utensil I made. Not bad. Letting my grill burn off. I was having some tea. All ready to eat. Thickened up, cooled off a little bit. Spam and some noodles. Oh, good stuff. Well, tea. So, I guess back to the whole budget bushcraft thing. Just goes to show, I mean, you don't have to have all kinds of crazy gear, spend all kinds of money on all this stuff that you really don't need. I came out here with a rope saw, an inexpensive knife. Even the clothing I'm wearing is very inexpensive. You know, to my backpack, the food I cooked, and you can go way simpler than this. I mean, you can make a pot to cook in. You know, it's just, I mean, I love expensive gear. I'm a gear addict. I have tons of stuff. I have tons and tons and tons of gear, which comes in handy, you know, and it's a luxury, and it's fun to use and fun to try, and which I'll get into that too, especially when me and Fitchick are gonna do some hammock camping and stuff like that. Army Navy stores, Army Surplus is probably one of the best places that you can go to buy very good quality gear at a low price. So if you haven't gone there and checked out what kind of stuff they have, check them out. Look online. Like, there's tons of resources out there online where you can get good gear for short money. Well, I'm gonna finish my food. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I didn't go into detail on a lot of stuff, and you know, this isn't like a grand shelter or anything like that. It kind of keeps you sheltered. It's kind of a blind, so it works fine. I mean, and I could spend the night out here, sure. Definitely. I could clear this out a little bit, snuggle in here in a ball, and go to sleep. You know, keep the fire going, and that would be fine. But it's a day camp, you know. So I just want to get out and do something a little different today. And but we got tons of stuff coming up. We're going to do some hammock camping, like I said. Plenty more hiking, but I'm going to try to do more bushcraft stuff and take advantage of the winter, while we can. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Please leave me a comment below. Let me know what you want to see, anything you want, any questions you guys have. Give me some feedback. Like, share, subscribe, and thanks guys for coming out. I really appreciate it. Rockett Outdoors. See you on the next one.